By the way,
Mike,
you might not know this, but Mike Barron also has a martial arts background. So you're talking also to two martial artists tonight.
Whoa. Okay. I did not know that about Mike.
Yep.
Seriously, Mike? How do you have a black belt?
Yeah.
No
Wow.
shit. Wow. Yep. No shit. That's
the
awesome.
real deal. The real deal.
That is.
Well, I just hung around so long they finally gave me one.
I am not going to make my black belt joke tonight. I'll look forward to making it.
So, Mike, now does that help you when you craft the action in a comic book?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's, one of the reasons I started training, it was a long time ago, was because I was disgusted with the fight sequences in most comics. I loved Master of Kung Fu. I loved Paul Gulacy's art. But even then, before I started training, I could sense that there was no real martial arts in that book. And I wondered at the time, why don't they incorporate intricate fight choreography? It's exciting, it's dynamic, it's real. And that's what I set out to do.
That's awesome because, honestly, one of the biggest problems in comics today, I think we've talked about this, HH, before when you were on, is that a lot of them don't have action in them anymore. And it used to be like in the 70s and 80s, you would read a Spider-Man book and there was always like a fisticuff by the end of the issue. And there's none of that now. They sit around and talk for 3 or 4 issues and then there might be an action scene. Drives me absolutely crazy.
That's part of what made Daredevil and Punisher issues from that era so prolific. And so, that stood the test of time is because they were so dynamic panel to panel, especially with their action sequences.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd like to show you what I mean.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Hang on a second.
A little demonstration here tonight? Oh, wait.
No, it's from a Badger comic I did.
Oh, nice. Is this the most recent one that you released? I saw that it was back.
No.
Oh, okay.
Let
me see.
There it is.
Oh, cool.
And
this
is a logical sequence here.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Where each move follows the previous move.
Oh, I love that.
And how he sets up the takedown, he executes the takedown, and then he keeps on spinning and delivers a spinning heel kick.
Oh,
that's so sweet.
Cool.
This feels like I'm looking at a self-defense instruction manual.
Oh, thank you.
I love it.
It does have that cartoony style. This is drawn by Steve Butler. He's a great artist, one of my favorite Badger artists.
Yeah.
But I provided fight choreography in so many of the comics I did. We did a Bruce Lee comic, Vale Myerick and I.
Yeah.
And Vale is an accomplished martial artist, so the fight sequences in there are very good.
Oh, nice. See, maybe I got to start taking karate to get my comic books action up.
Well, you
notch,
can. You can.
That's
really,
great.
Most of the artists I work with, they don't study, and what I do is I used to draw each page out by hand, and I would draw these sequences out very carefully so that they understood. Now I will find a video of that sequence online, and there are an infinite number of videos showing techniques.
Yep.
And I'll give the artist a link to that video and tell him what I want him to take from that video specifically. And tell him to stop the video at various points and draw what's going on. Because the reader wants to see the technique unfold in real time and logically. They don't want to see someone waving a fist and 4 pairs of feet flying off the edge. They want to see a real martial arts technique, like a good kung fu movie.
Yeah, I do the same thing. So Mike and I do the same thing.
Harold is very good at it. Very good at it.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is Mike appreciates this because he does the same thing. And for me, working with Renato and Garnabiel, these are guys who didn't grow up fighting. It's my responsibility as the writer and the person who's sort of choreographing this event to impress upon them momentum and the energy and the anger that's going with the fight. Sometimes you fight with anger, sometimes you do not. In fact, it's better to fight without anger. Okay, so this way you're able to think, process what you're about to do. Sometimes you can't because it lends itself into the storyline. So that aggression needs to also come through, from the fighter's eyes, how tense he is, right? All those things can be conveyed with art, and that's something that I cannot do because I lack the interaction on the page, but I can do it right through Renato, and it's so important.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. I mean, like, that's something I never thought of to do with like an action scene, is to, look at a video or like a fight manual or something like that. It's such great advice for making good dynamic fight scenes. And I feel it's so important for comics, and that it's something that's kind of a lost art now.
I feel like that's lost on us writers in the sense that we, like an artist would look at physique in that regard, but when you're a writer, you don't think like, oh, maybe I should look at these finer details. You know what I mean? And it's easy to overlook, but when you are experienced, when you were a fighter or you're trained in martial arts, it comes natural to you. So it's built in,
So the story I wanted to tell you. So the next day, after that, we ended up going over my sister-in-law's for a birthday party, right? So towards the end of the night, or towards the end of the afternoon, I should say, she gets this call from a friend of hers that like there's this gigantic dead snake which is down near the lake near her house, basically about a mile away, right?
Holy crap!
Yeah. So she sends this picture, which I'm going to show right now.
Yes.
So this is a picture of this that she sent, and
whoa!
Like, oh okay.
Holy crap! That thing's huge.
Right now, before you got to hear the whole thing out. So, we all like, oh, we got to go see this thing. So we all jump in our car. And my brother-in-law's is like, oh my God, this is like the old people Stand By Me. We're gonna go see a body, So
the old people Stand By Me. That's fantastic.
I know, I was cracking up about it. So we drive to the shore line where this thing is, and then we all kind of look over. It's not even a snake at all.
What is it?
It's okay. Let me see. I had the picture. Oh yeah, it's this. It's like this gigantic.
It's a root system.
Yeah, it's like a root system. Like,
wow.
We're all like, "What the hell?" And then I still got to find out if the animal control guy came, because the lady that sent the picture called animal control in on this. So
that's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Man, can you imagine the animal control guy showing up going, what?
Yeah. Right? Oh my God. But yeah, moral of that story,
don't jump to conclusions.
Just don't jump to conclusions. But you looked at that photo, right? I looked at it, I was like, that's a snake. There's the head right there, and
Yep.
To find out it was just a branch, and it was just.
I love that. That's like one of those like clickbait internet articles where it's like
a
look,
hoax,
look at this
right?
giant snake. Find out what happened next.
Exactly. Oh my God, so funny.
Just as long as you stand by.